What is up? Good morning. Can you believe it's Christmas Eve, ladies and gentlemen? Can you believe it? We're 24 days into the 25 days of Shred, and we are on our last official day. We have tomorrow, of course, which we will be coming to you live. We're going to come in Saturday. We're going to do one more, but I'm excited for today. We're going to do one of the traditions that I started last year, and we're going to continue to do it. I saw this many years ago from actually another streamer, and as I shared with you guys many times, steal like an artist, make something yours. He does a reading to his community. And we're actually going to be reading Twas the Night Before Christmas, and I'm really excited about it. So we're going to be doing that tonight or right now, here in just a minute. But before we do that, want to get into it, and I stopped the music. I know some of you love. It's like a love-hate relationship with some of you guys. Some of you love the music, some of you hate the music, but nonetheless, we're playing some music. We'll play the music back to when we start reading the book. But I'm excited to be coming to you live. Have my beautiful wife hanging out with me. She doesn't want to get on camera. She's nervous, but she's hanging out with me here for a few minutes. We actually have the opportunity to go visit one of our nieces as well, as she is being very brave and strong through these holiday seasons, battling cancer. So huge shout out and much love and thoughts going out to her. So we get to go visit her this morning, which I'm very excited about. But before we stopped here and wanted to do our 25 days of Shred. We're not missing a day. I told you guys, we're not going to miss a day. So here we go. First and foremost, we're going to give our book 12 and a half. Everybody who joined us yesterday and commented hashtag conviction, you were entered in to win a copy of Gary Vaynerchuk's new book, 12 and a half. We've had so many people participate in this, and it's been so much fun. Cheryl Ward, speak of the devil. I was hoping Cheryl would jump on. Cheryl, stay tuned. You're not going to want to go anywhere. You're not going to want to go anywhere, Cheryl, because we're announcing our book. I'm hinting at it. We've had so many people jump in and comment and be part of our 25 Days of Shred and our 12 Days of Shred giveaways. So thank you so much. Frank Garay, what is up? Merry Christmas, brother. Merry Christmas to you and to yours, Frank. Thanks for joining us this morning. But yesterday, our 12 days of 12 and a half giveaway of Gary Vaynerchuk's book is actually Cheryl on Instagram. So huge shout out to Cheryl. She was part of our stream yesterday. She commented hashtag conviction. So Cheryl, I'm so glad that you were here on IG. Congratulations. Shoot me a DM and I will send you a copy of Gary Vaynerchuk's book. Candid Mortgage Guy, what's up on IG? Thanks for joining us this morning. But congratulations to Cheryl. She won our copy of 12 and a half by Gary Vaynerchuk, his new book. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you for being part of this. So send me a DM, Cheryl. We'll make sure we get a copy of this. Now, I'm going to give another book away because I'm so excited about this. Like I said, today and tomorrow are our last 2 days for giving away a copy of Gary Vaynerchuk's book. Today, if you want a chance to win, comment hashtag humility. That's right. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about humility today on the stream. We're talking about that before I get into reading Twas the Night Before Christmas. I'm really excited about this one. I can't tell you guys how, I'm stoked to be reading this book. My wife found this copy of it, so I'm going to be reading this one, which is going to be a lot of fun. You can bring your kids around. If you're hanging out at home, if you have family around, you can share this later. This is going to be, if you didn't join us last year, this was really well received. So that's why I was excited to do it again. We're going to be doing it again this year. So we're going to be reading that here in a second. But let's talk about humility. Let's talk about these emotional ingredients that Gary Vaynerchuk has shared in his book. Candid Mortgage Guy, hashtag humility. Got you, my friend. You are entered in. See, there we go. If you guys want a chance to win, all you got to do is comment hashtag humility. You'll be entered in. So humility is one of those words to me. This is one of those where I think being human, we all struggle with at one time or another. Our ego, our own self-aggrandizement. We've used that word a lot during this stream. Sometimes we can sometimes get overconfident. Sometimes we get overzealous going into a new year. Sometimes we can have the opposite. Sometimes we don't give ourselves enough credit, which we've talked about. Frank Gray, hashtag humility. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, man. You are entered. I got you, Frank. But humility, I want to read the definition of this. And when I first read this definition, it almost infuriated me. I almost got frustrated when I read this, but stay with me. You'll kind of get this. The definition that's used in Gary's book is this for humility: a modest or low view of one's own importance, humbleness. When I first read this, legitimately, I was upset. I was like, what kind of emotional ingredient is this? This is almost like this dissuades me from being humble or from having humility. A modest or low view of one's own importance. Then I started thinking about it. And then I really started to break this down a little bit. And I really started to kind of dive deep into this one. And I think this definition in particular helps us to be humble. Like, it was like, oh my gosh, like the definition in and of itself help us to not only like to be arrogant, to be cocky, to be, too prideful, if you will. Merry Christmas, Josh. Merry Christmas, Samuel. Merry Christmas. Another winner of our 12 days of Shred giveaways. Appreciate you being here, Samuel. So as I started to break down this definition and started to think about it, I really started thinking, you know what? This in and of itself helps us to be humble. Now, as I've been doing with the 12 Days of Shred and Gary's book, I've been reading an excerpt from the book and kind of how he explains it. And here's what Gary says about humility. He says, humility is a requirement if you want to cultivate a lasting, positive reputation and leave an admirable legacy. Now, I want you guys all to think about that. We talk about legacy. We all think about when we leave this earth, if we're leaving it a better place, what will people think of us? What will we be remembered for? What is the legacy we're leaving behind? And I think a big part of this is humility. How as a human being, how did we interact with people? How did we engage with people? How did we help people? Joe Wilson, Ty, what's up, guys? Thanks for joining me. Ty, you guys gonna want to stick around. I'm gonna be reading Twas the Night Before Christmas here in just a second. But we're talking about humility. Guys, if you want a chance to win Gary's book, comment #humility in the chat. Everybody joining us. So when I first read this, and again, when I started thinking about humility and what it actually meant, I started to think about the legacy I'm leaving behind. What will people say about me? What will people think of me? How will my legacy build on? He continues in the book, leaders can't sustain success without it, which he's talking about humility. That doesn't mean they can't ascend to senior levels and make money. Depending on the organization, leading with ego may land promotions and raises, which we all know we may have been part of that or not. We do it through emojis. You know it, Joe. You know it. But those leaders will inevitably be talked about poorly behind their backs. Unfortunately, that is the case. When we lead through ego, that's not the right type of leadership. He closes with this. He says, if you want your reputation to endure the test of time, you absolutely need to have humility. It's one of the most attractive traits human beings can have. And I absolutely agree. This is one of those traits for me. I'm not saying that we can't be confident. We've talked about confidence versus cockiness versus arrogance in the past. I'm about being confident. There are times in life where we have to be confident, where we have to really be brave and we have to really stand up for ourselves. So I think being confident is very, very different. But there are times in our lives where we have to have humility, where we have to be humble, where we have to be willing to take a step down. Maybe ask for somebody else's help. Maybe ask for, forgiveness. I think a big part of humility, we all make mistakes in this life, and being able to ask for forgiveness is probably one of the biggest demonstrations of humility. So that's my little share, my little rant about humility this morning. Clayton, what's up, buddy? Good morning and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Clayton over has what's up, brother? Good to hear from you. Merry Christmas to you guys. Guys, if you want to win a copy, again, we're giving 12 Days of Shred giveaways. Comment #humility in the chat, and you will be entered in to win a copy of Gary Vaynerchuk's new book, 12 and a Half. It's been so much fun. Tomorrow, we share his last ingredient. It's actually, again, the book is called 12 and a Half. So there's actually 1 and a half we're going to be sharing tomorrow. But tomorrow is ambition. Yes, I'm going to be live on Christmas Day talking about ambition, especially going to this new year. Ambition and kind candor. If you follow Gary Vaynerchuk, you know he's been talking a lot about kind candor. But again, if you want to win a copy, #humility. Got to jump, but happy holidays. Happy holidays, Clayton. Good to hear from you, my friend. I hope you and yours are well. Merry Christmas. So that is it. That is humility for the day. If you guys want to win a copy of Gary Vaynerchuk's book, drop #humility in the chat, and we're going to announce our last winner of the day tomorrow. Plus, we're going to give some shred swag away as well. Everybody, for the Merry Christmas or for the holidays and to have a Merry Christmas, we're going to give away some shred swag. So that is it. Excited to wrap up our 12 Days of Shred giveaways and our 25 Days of Shred tomorrow. I cannot thank everybody enough for that. But if you guys want to stick around, I am so excited for this. I am going to be reading Twas the Night Before Christmas. And I know, is he in the chat? I don't think he is. I don't think, was it Brent? Who was giving us a hard time about the music yesterday? Whoever it was, I can't remember who it was, but I'm going to play our music again while we're reading this. Our friends on IG, you can't hear the music. I apologize. That's just IG's that Instagram won't allow us to play music on there. But we're going to play our music very, very softly in the back so you can kind of hear it as we're reading this. If it's too loud, chat, comment and say, hey, music is just too much. It's too distracting. Let me know. Because I definitely do not want to detract from reading this. So let me know if it's too loud, but I'm going to jump right into this. I'm going to be reading Twas the Night Before Christmas. It's funny. I was talking to my wife last night. And I'm like, do we have Nightmare Before Christmas? And she's like, Nightmare Before Christmas? You're going to read Nightmare Before Christmas? No, I'm not going to read that. That would be pretty interesting, though. I do love that movie. That's from my grandpa, though. So here we go. We're going to read Twas the Night Before Christmas. Guys, let me know in chat again if the music is too loud, if it's too much. we'll turn it down, but I think we should be good. Josh, just sing along. Sam, I'm not singing. That's not gonna. We've talked about my singing capabilities in the past, and we just all know that is just not what I've got. So, 'Twas the night before Christmas. I'm excited to try to do this. Last year we did it just on the phone, but doing with everything sounds good. Good. It's good. It's good. Yes, that means we're rocking it. Thanks, Frank and Sam, for commenting. So I'm gonna show you guys the pictures. We'll do the pictures. There we go. We'll go pictures first. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. I love these drawings. I'm not going to lie. These drawings are absolutely brilliant. I wish I had any artistic ability. I'd probably do my own, but maybe my brother, maybe we'll get my brother involved. He's super creative. Maybe we'll get him to draw one for us next year. We children were nestled all snug in our beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in our heads. And Mama in her kerchief and Dad in his cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. That was good. All our friends on IG. What's up, Tashin? Thanks for joining us this morning. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes did appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment he must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his courses they came, and he whistled and shouted, and he called them by name. Show these pictures. We're not going to get trademarked on this. If so, we're going to give our... This book is by Clement C. Moore and Mark Marshall. We're going to give them credit. We'll tag them in this. Hopefully we don't get DMC'd for this, but hey, we've had worse, haven't we, Chad? Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away, ha, ha, ha. I wish I had a better Santa voice. I just don't, Chad. That's a good one. I like this one. And dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop, the courses they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. In Christmas times. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. And he was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. Guys, let me know. That is so cute. Thanks, Winter. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining us. Coming from Twitter. I appreciate you joining us this morning on Twitter. Oh, no, sorry, on Twitch. I apologize. Twitch. There's another Twitter comment, too. But Winter, thanks for joining us on Twitch this morning. His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses. His nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow. And the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. Another coming in. Merry Christmas, buddy. Thanks so much, Winter. Femto, thank you for commenting on Twitch. We got some people coming from Twitch this morning. Good morning, Twitch followers. Appreciate you guys being here. Guys, we appreciate it. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas, all of you. Doing as if you didn't know. Doing a little, what was the night before Christmas? He was a chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon it gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word. Uh-oh. Hold on, chat. Hold on. There we go. Turn your phone off, guys. What's up with that? My bad. That's my dad calling me. He's probably just calling me to see where... hanging out with my dad. You guys all know that. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod up the chimney he goes. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drew out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. That is it, Chad. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Was the night before Christmas. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Something a little bit different, something a little bit fun for all of you and yours. If you want to share that with the family a little bit later, you're more than welcome to. I know there's a few interruptions in there, but that's definitely a tradition that I'm looking forward to carrying on every single year, doing the reading towards the night before Christmas. It just reminds me, it brings me back, Chad, of my growing up with my grandpa, with my dad. My grandpa, I think I've shared some with some of you. He was an author and a writer, and actually maybe next year for Thanksgiving, he's got a great Thanksgiving book that we'll share. But it just brings me back. Holidays are about traditions. They're about family. They're about surrounding yourself with the ones that you love and care about. So that was just a small tradition I want to share with all of you and yours. I hope you guys all have an incredible holiday season. I hope you all have a very, very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you believe in. We support and love every one of you, and we appreciate everybody being part of it. So, and again, this 25 days of Shred have been so much fun, and the 12 days of Shred giveaways have been great as well. Congratulations to all those. Thanks, Josh. That was awesome. Frank Gray, thank you so much for being here this morning. Had a lot of engagement from YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, everybody and everybody. Thank you so much for being here this morning. It was absolutely brilliant. You guys are incredible. And again, happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you and yours. And as always, we appreciate you. We love you. Going to end with some Christmas music here. You guys have a very, very, very Christmas. We'll see you guys all tomorrow for our last day of the 12 days of Shred giveaways and the 25 days of Shred. Right on. Enjoy with your family. Send some snow to Georgia. You got it. I'll do my best, Sam. Send snow your way, my friend. Happy holidays, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow.